Hi guys, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today's makeup tutorial I'm going to do for you is back to school makeup. Now I feel like I'm a little bit old to do back to school makeup. I still will do them for you, don't worry. But for this one I asked my cousin, who happens to be on half term, to come in and let me do her makeup. So she's travelled up from Essex, which is only a couple of hours, but thank you so much, Amy, I really appreciate it. And her mum's brought her, so thanks even more, Nicola, for bringing her all this way. And I'm hoping that my auntie Nicola will let me do 2 videos on her, because I'd like to do back to school and then I'd like to do a smoky eye makeup, because I think it will look really amazing on her. I'm doing this intro before she's arrived because I don't want her to be nervous. So please be nice to her. I'm sure you all will anyway. She's a little bit nervous. So I will bring Amy on when she arrives. Right, here we have Amy. I've already moisturised her skin. We're then going to go in with a little bit of foundation. And I think I'm going to use Bourjois 123 because it feels like a really nice texture. We're going to try and keep this nice and affordable. I'm going to take an expert face brush and just work that over the skin. Now Amy's got beautiful skin, so she doesn't really need much. So by using an expert face brush, we can really buff it in so we're not using so much of the product. This is also going to make it last much better, much longer. You haven't got this brush, have you? I've given you a few of them, but you haven't got this one yet.
No.
I'm going to give you a set to take away anyway. Perks of being a cousin. Now, you don't wear makeup to school anymore, do you?
No.
Because you can't be bothered to get up. But all your friends do?
Yeah, they go full-faced.
Do they? Do you get in trouble for being full-faced at school?
I only feel like ridiculously loads.
Okay. Well, we're going to make it as natural looking as possible. When I was at school, we weren't allowed to wear makeup, but I still did. Same as I think they do now. But there wasn't as much variety of different makeups, so all through school I was just orange. Like, honestly, ridiculous, like I'd been tangoed. Just close for me.
Yeah, that's like most of the girls.
So, key important thing is to test your foundation first. And don't go for a foundation that's darker because you think it gives you more colour. Put the colour in afterwards. Right, I'm going to take a little bit of Collections Lasting Perfection concealer. I'm going to wipe it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to use, this is an angled shadow brush from NYX. And if you look up for me, it's like the perfect size for fitting under the eye. I'm going to take that right in there as well. And just buff that in. Try not to powder that area too much because then it will look really flat. And if you're the age that you're doing back to school makeup, you won't have any lines or anything, so it doesn't matter to powder it. It will just stay put nice like that anyway. Just close for me. And look up for me. I'm going to take that tiny bit around the nose as well. Amy's got pretty good skin, so I'm going to take a tiny bit here. So anywhere you have the odd blemish, make sure you're pushing it over the skin. You don't really have any, so you're lucky. But if you do work the product in, push it over, and then by cross-hatching, I mean by going up and across, you're going to work it into the skin so it lasts that little bit longer. So you can get a real long last out of your makeup. Right, I'm then going to move on to the eyes, and I'm going to take a NYX Jumbo eye pencil, and this is in 611 Yogurt. What I'm going to do is, you just close your eyes for me, I'm just going to softly buff that over the eye. It's much softer than using an eye shadow. And then I'm going to take a base shadow brush just to buff that in. So this won't add too much, it will just add a little bit of texture. So it's just going to make the eyes look a little bit glossier. And then I'm going to take a sleek brow pencil. I don't know what this one's called. Let's have a look. Doesn't say. Just by Sleek Makeup brow pencil. I'm going to brush the brows through first. Now Amy's got lovely shaped brows, so I don't need to do much. I'm just going to get a tiny bit under here. Just to add definition. If you can hear singing in the background, it's because Lily and Olivia are next door applying makeup to themselves. Because when they knew that Amy was going to be here, they had to come in as well. So I'm just defining the brows slightly, but colouring them in at the same time to get a little bit of shape. So apply the colour and then swap it round and brush it through. It's got to look as soft as it possibly can. Now, this sort of makeup is the hardest sort of makeup because you want to look like you've got nothing on, but you want to look perfect at the same time. When did you go back to school?
September the 4th, I think.
Oh, so not too long.
No.
Have you been enjoying your half term?
Yeah, it's been
Or
good.
summer holidays, isn't it? Do you ever pluck your brows?
Not really.
Yeah, don't. They're lovely. Hello, Trouble. Olivia, come on in here and show everyone what you've been doing. I'm going to lift you up so you can show everyone how amazing you're looking right now. Are you ready? There she is. Looking gorgeous. Well done. Right, so I've got this Benefit You're Real push-up liner. This isn't really drugstore, but I found it and I just had to use it, so you can opt for a different liner. And I'm just going to use this on the very outer corners of Amy's eye. So just here, hardly at all. Open for me. All that's done is extended the eyes a little bit. Ames doesn't really need it because she's got super big eyes anyway, but for those of you that do, it's a great product. Open for me. So that's so fine and close to the lashes. Bit of mascara. I am going to give you one of these mascaras because they're new in the box. Which one do you think you'll use? That looks nice. This one is Sleek Mascara in Lethal Length Mascara. Right, you just close for me. I'm not going to curl your lashes or anything because they're so long anyway. And open for me. Wowzers. And open. Do you have the longest lashes out of all your friends? They are so long, Ames. Right, I'm then going to go in with a little bit of Sleek contour powder. This one is in Light. And I am going to use a what is this one called? A Duo Fibre brush. I'm just going to use the bronzing side just to give Amy a little bit of colour around the hairline. I'm not using it to contour. A little bit on top of the cheek, so anywhere the sun would hit Ames first. Down the nose and across onto the cheek. I'm going to take my cheek brush and a little bit of the highlighter one. That's going to go on the top of the cheekbone. Before I put that bronzer away, I'm going to go back in with my eyeshadow brush, take a little bit of the bronzer. If you close for me, I'm going to just pop that through the socket and open. Just adds a little bit of colour there. I also want to keep Amy looking lovely, healthy and dewy. So I've got this Sleek by 3 blusher. This one is in Californ IA. And I think we will go for this one here, which is OC. I'm using a cheek brush. I'm going to take a little bit of it off on my hand and then on the apples of the cheeks and work it up slightly. Now by using a cream product, it's just going to make Amy look like she has got less makeup on. Lastly, I've got Tanya Burr's lip gloss. This one is in Picnic in the Park, but it's very strong, so I'm going to pop it on the back of my hand. But it feels really nice. And then I'm going to take quite a large brush. Well, it's not a large brush, but you'd think it was a large brush for using on your lips. This is a shading brush. I'm going to take a bit of that and just buff it over the lip.
That sounds really nice.
It smells good, eh? They're really high pigmented, so it lasts for ages, which is why I'm just putting a really small amount of it on. Lovely. So there you have a finished back to school makeup. Thanks, Ames.
That's alright.